This is turning into a very destructive tornado, and it is getting bigger by the minute, Gary.
This thing is, the debris ball is about a mile wide, so the tornado itself is half mile or more. And you see it's a violent tornado. This is a tornado emergency. Get below ground if at all possible. It is a life-threatening tornado.
It has just destroyed everything that it has hit.
Taking mission trips are always interesting because you go expecting to help people, but in return you serve and you give of yourself, and in return you are always the one impacted.
Coming into the trip to Shawnee and Moore, I wanted to be a bigger blessing to the people there than they were to us. But after the trip, I came to the realization that I got the bigger blessing out of it, even though I was serving them.
When we first pulled up, it was pretty, sobering seeing all the destruction that the tornadoes caused. But all the pictures that you see on the news and everything, it really doesn't do it justice until you are actually there.
When we pulled into Shawnee, and then we especially went to Moore, and seeing the devastation and just total annihilation of these homes and people's lives, seeing true evil in a fallen world.
My first impression was pretty much, is this real? For pretty much as far as the eye can see, it was just debris everywhere. There wasn't anything standing, and I just couldn't believe it when I first saw it, because it was just all wood and crumbled bricks and everything, and it was just hard to take in that something like a tornado could just do all of that damage.
Houses wiped out, trees knocked over, cars crumpled up like paper. And it was very difficult to even find a place to begin. And I try to put myself in the people's shoes of where do you even start? Yes, there's a lot of work, but you have to have a starting point. You have to have somewhere to begin. And it was hard for me to even find that spot of where to begin to clean up this mess.
And I couldn't imagine going through that, losing everything you own, just having it spread out all across your neighborhood.
I kept asking myself, God, why would this happen to these people, and why would this disaster happen to their homes? And I kept questioning things like that, but I kept coming back to God being sovereign, and I could not, totally wrap my mind around that. But every question I had and every concern or doubt I had, I just came back to the realization that God is sovereign and that He is in control.
When we showed up and we began the work, and we met Eugene and Claire, the homeowners, they were in a fog. They were trying to sweep the kitchen floor, and the back wall was completely blown out. The roof was gone of this house that is on its way to be demolished. He kept wanting the front door closed. And they were still in that fog of almost not accepting reality. But I hope that through us being there, through the church, through your support, given the financial gift that we gave the people, just what small amount it was, I hope that they were able to see that there is hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel, that Christ will get them through, that Jesus Christ doesn't just send us through things, but He actually goes through it with us.
And she told us a story about how when the tornado was coming, she went to her storm cellar, and she was down in her storm cellar, and she said the door began rattling, and she went and she grabbed onto it and she just held on. And the song that she thought of was Praise You in This Storm by Casting Crowns, and she just thought of the chorus in the song, I will praise you in this storm, and I will lift my hands, for you are who you are, no matter where I am.
One thing I really liked was, spending the entire day with friends and reaching out to the people of Moore and Shawnee.
Oh, that's cool! All right! Yeah!
It was pretty cool getting to take the Jeep down there and tear some trees down with it, and seeing Rejoice Church just come together and help out, so it was pretty awesome.
There's different people serving in one area and other people serving in this other area. It was really cool to see everybody work together as the body of Christ.
The part of this trip that had the greatest impact on me was just seeing the people being appreciative of all the work we have done. And even though they lost everything, they were still really appreciative. As we were leaving, we prayed with this lady, and she started crying, and it just really made me feel really good that she was thankful for us praying with her, not even working, doing all the work. We couldn't even clean up her whole yard, but she was still thankful for the prayer.
Probably the biggest thing that I struggled with personally was I did not feel like I did enough, because we helped out these families, and I'm sure we helped them out a lot, but we left and there's still so much more to be done. So I felt like that was probably my biggest struggle going on the trip, is that that we did help them, but there's still so much more to be done.
I learned this several years ago in Truth and Peace, and then here again on different missions trips, the theme is repeated. And even when we went to Shawnee, no matter what circumstance you're in, no matter how difficult you think you've got it, no matter how hard of circumstances we fall in, there's always someone that needs your help. There's always service to be had. There's always sacrificial service of yourself to be given to other people, to help other people in their times of need. I was really proud of our students. And I know youth pastor, maybe you're supposed to say that, and maybe I'm a little biased, but I really am. I'm proud of our students for stepping up, for serving, for going, for volunteering their time on their holiday that they could have spent grilling out, hanging out with their family, swimming, doing whatever you do on Memorial Day, but they sacrificially gave of themselves, of their time and their effort in order to show the love of Christ to people in need.